Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Smash for Thursday, October 26, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
We just finished watching Beverly Hills and enjoyed the program very much. We recapped it here on our YouTube channel.
I put that sweater on because Dorit had that same sweater.
I noticed that.
But I couldn't wear the same thing. This is what I wore today.
We'd love for you guys to subscribe here on YouTube if you haven't already, and to support Ilya Wine, which is also now sponsoring our recaps. We love our Ilya Wine. It's a wonderful, wonderful beverage. Highly recommend it. And Ilya is now sponsoring our recaps as well. We're very grateful to Ilya, and you will love this wine, and we wouldn't encourage you to get it if we didn't love it too. So this is the Moscatel Macabeo.
It's delicious. This is my favorite. But I do like red. I like red. I like to eat the red with food.
The Roble Red.
I like fat with red.
Awesome.
But this is like a good sipping.
I usually drink a Sauvignon Blanc.
Yes.
This is close to that.
This is exactly like a Sauvignon Blanc, but it's I like the taste of it. It's like it's got more of a punch.
So you may already know this. You can get this for 20% off using the discount code Rick and Kelly 20 at Ilya.com. They also have a subscription wine club.
Rick's like, I really love this.
The rosé.
He drank this almost by himself the other night.
I did.
I did something.
I did. I love the rosé. I love the Roble Red. You will too. You know what? Give it a shot. Support a small business. Support our show. Get yourself some Ilya wine. It's great for the holidays, and we highly, highly recommend it. We also just want to remind you guys, we're launching a new project supporting American businesses and jobs in our economy. It's kind of a David versus Goliath situation. We're going to do another Zoom call next Monday. We opened this up to our patrons first. We had a very successful Zoom call this past Monday, and we're looking for a few more people. We can't take on a big group, but we can take on a big group for the Zoom, and then we'll figure out who really wants to be involved. Spend at least 10 hours a week working with us on this project. You could be rewarded handsomely for your efforts, very handsomely. It's a great side hustle, but you're also supporting American business and small business by joining us. So the description box will have the link. You just go to the description box and click on the link. Register for our Zoom next Monday evening. It'll be, I think, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we hope to see you there then.
Good job.
Thanks. I debated this with Kelly. You know, the whole Israel thing, we didn't want to get into it here on YouTube because we try to make this a lighter, fun escape place and not a place, because you can go almost anywhere and get your news. But after we watched the recap, after we watched
watching the show, you got a Google alert. And
so now come to realize there's been this horrific mass shooting in Maine, multiple locations, and a suspect on the loose who may have killed at least 22 people. And I know the numbers always go up, so I'm scared. This is still Wednesday night. I don't know what the total death toll is going to be, but it's going to be a lot. And we're not going to monetize this show on YouTube.
Because we're not allowed to talk about this anyway, so...
We know we're going to get in trouble for talking about it, but I think we both have some pretty strong feelings about this. And, I mean, what do you want to say first?
Well, first of all, we were watching Beverly Hills, and then Rick stopped, and he started... Well, read what you saw, because maybe people don't know. They wake up in the morning and maybe go to bed early and don't know what happened.
A suspect killed at least 22 people in 3 separate shootings across Lewiston, Maine, Wednesday night, and is still on the loose as of this moment. The suspect believed to have gunned down the victims and injured another 50 more at multiple locations, including a bowling alley. The suspect has been identified possibly as Robert Card, 40, might be driving a white Subaru Outback. Police released an image of the suspect Wednesday. You can see him holding a rifle. He's bearded. He's wearing a hoodie. And apparently he walked into multiple businesses, including that bowling alley, a bar and grill, and a Walmart distribution center, where I wouldn't be surprised if we find out the guy worked there. But I don't know. Right now there's very little information.
Well, can I read? I have a group on... it's my group.
Yeah.
And April said the mass shooting at the time was it's 20 dead, but it's 65 miles north of where she lives. So much evil in this world, and it's true. There is so much evil in this world.
There is, and there unfortunately always will be. And this is the kind of thing that I was closely, intimately involved with all the time. Like, for example, if I was still based in New York working for Fox News, I would have been in a vehicle heading to Maine right now. As soon as news broke of this incident, I'd be on my way up there. No question about it. And I did that repeatedly for terror attacks and natural disasters. And Arthur Idala, who's a very high-powered attorney in New York, he just texted me.
He did Harvey Weinstein. He's done big
Lawrence
time.
Taylor.
He just texted Rick.
He's a good friend of mine. I had worked with him for years, because he would be a contributor at Fox, and we hung out quite a bit. And he said, I'm watching this, and I miss your reporting. I miss you and Shep on TV. Like, we would do that all the time. And it was really hard to chase disaster, to chase tragedies, to be involved that closely with all these awful things.
Can I talk? I had to raise my hand because people said, don't interrupt Rick when he talks. So I'm listening to you guys.
Okay.
I'm listening to you guys. So I'm trying. Thank you for telling me that. Seriously, it's a good reminder. I'm not a professional. He is. I'm not. So it might be annoying at times, but thank you. I appreciate your feedback. So April says Lewiston, where she lives, right where the shooting was, is the first city to have received a large number of Muslim immigrants over the 20 years. It's a poor working class city. It's the whitest state. They are saying it may be more than one location.
Yes, it was 3 locations at least.
Yeah.
But so that suggests that maybe this was race related, that maybe he was targeting Muslims. I don't know if that's true. But often early on in these investigations, a lot of stuff, you hear a lot of things, and a lot of it doesn't necessarily pan out. Someone said that he was a former member of the military.
So that's what somebody's saying.
Entirely possible. And the other thing that we talked about that I want to say here is that while there may well be way too many guns in America,
No, this is what I said. This is what I said. I said,
wait.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. I want you to say, because when I said, I'm like, this is why everybody should have a gun on them. Because if you had a gun, I'm from Arizona, dude. This is what go ahead. You said, Rick, and I said that, and say exactly what I said.
I don't want to argue, because I do believe that there were far too many guns manufactured and sold in general, but that's neither here nor there.
There's no way of getting rid of the guns.
Let me just finish. Yes, you can't get rid of them all. You're not going to disarm honest citizens across America. You're not going to disarm anyone across America who wants to keep their weapon. They're going to keep their weapons, and they should at this point, because too many bad guys have guns. And the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. I'm sorry, but that's just the reality of the situation. If someone's spraying bullets in a bowling alley and no one there is armed, then you're all dead or wounded. You can't fight back. So that's why it's so important that we do have security. We do have police. And if citizens want to arm themselves, if they were responsible gun owners, you should, because then you can protect yourself in these situations.
And he would have saved many people.
Potentially saved dozens of lives.
Saved dozens of lives. It's. I love how I get these crazy people go, oh, this is what's your people. This is what this is what's happening right now. There is no way of controlling the gun population right now. There is no way.
No, you can't.
There's hundreds of millions of guns in America.
That's right.
There's no way of stopping this. Who's got them? Crazy people have
Criminals.
them. Criminals have them.
And sometimes it might just be a guy who lost his place. He lost his mind. He turned and became someone no one thought he was, and did horrible, awful things that no one ever expected from this guy. Or maybe he's just a bad person. I don't know anything about him or anyone else who does this, but what I do know is
obviously,
there are a lot of
if they're shooting people up, they're bad people.
Of course. But he might have started out as a good person, and somewhere along the line, he just became the devil. In any event, you can't let people do this. You have to have a way to stop them. And you're not going to stop them by trying to take everyone's guns away. At this point, it's just not feasible.
There's too many crazy people out there.
The only people who will have guns are the criminals and the guys like this who want to kill people. You have to have weapons in the hands of honest citizens and law enforcement so they can put a stop to people like this.
If I have a gun and you have a gun, and there's crazy people out there with the gun, they have the guns, okay? It's inevitable. You can't get rid of them. And that guy pulls a piece, and I have a piece, I'm going to shoot that guy. That guy is getting away with murder, no pun intended. But if somebody has a piece on that, a right to carry, that they could kill that guy right away and save millions of lives.
And we've seen that happen before, where there was
happens in Texas all the time. Happens in Arizona all the time. It happens where you're allowed to carry.
I just saw something.
You're allowed to carry.
I just saw something on Instagram where these 3 dudes are trying to break into somebody's house, and they're kicking and kicking and kicking the door, and finally the guy opens the door and he's got a shotgun and he unloads, and they all go scrambling for cover. Of course,
right.
That's the only way he was going to protect himself, or he was going to wind up dead, robbed, who knows what.
It's these people that want all these laws, and then look what, and then they're like, oh, we should have had a piece on us.
So I know we're going to get a lot of heat for this. We're going to get all kinds of hate mail. We might even lose subscribers. We're losing revenue, but whatever. I don't care about any of that. What I do care about is protecting each other, protecting our children, being safe and secure. We should all respect law enforcement.
These people aren't insane. They're nuts. You can't reason with unreasonable people, okay? We have to take it into our own hands to protect our families and ourselves and our community. We are here to help people. We're here to love people. We are here to spread the good word.
Yeah.
We're not here to be evil, okay? We're not. And I hope people understand that.
Well, normally we save stories like this for our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon, because we know we're not going to get silenced or censored there, because it's behind a subscription paywall, and we can say whatever we want, and we will. And we are going to talk about this a lot more in depth tomorrow. We can get into more details on it. But I just want to end by saying...
we want to pray for the families.
Yes.
And it's awful what is going on here, in the United States. It's
thoughts and prayers and strength to the people of Lewiston, anyone who's been affected by this. We feel awful about it. We hope you guys get through this, and we're sorry. We're sorry that it happened, and we're sorry that there's not more we can do about it. But if you guys at home have any ideas about what we could do about it, or anything we can do to help, we're here and ready to help. We have tens of thousands of people who watch our show every day. If there's a way to rally our troops and make any kind of difference, I hope we can do that.
I'm just so glad that you're not doing that. I'm glad that you don't have to get up and do that anymore, Rick. It's just amazing, that you can, he's such a professional and a great journalist, and that you can speak to people freely. And not everybody has to agree, but there is something that has to be done. And when they say there has to be gun control laws, yeah, it's not. It's the crazy people that have them.
Unfortunately, that is the case. Criminals will always find a way to get weapons. Criminals will always find a way to get guns. And if you take all the guns away from all the law-abiding citizens, then you're creating a very dangerous environment for the rest of us, for all of us.
Yeah.
So we hope none of you are directly affected by this. And if you are...
our prayers are with you.
Yeah. Thank you.